Brock knows though, and I know he knows that Division II, any of the guys that are all Americans in Division II or could be all Americans in Division I, and in fact right now the top guy in the United States who just took third at Worlds is a Division II national champion. So wrestling's a lot different from the rest of the sports when it comes.
Why is that?
I think a lot of kids tend to maybe get overlooked a little bit, or a lot of it deals with coaching too, and who they have as coaches and teaching them technique and like I said, their mental. And then when they get to the college level, they get a coach that actually excels at technique. And these kids before in high school were just relying on raw or natural talent and didn't have a lot of technique. I think that's where it closes the gap. I mean, Brock went to, he didn't go D1 right out of high school.
Right?
He was a JC national champ, so, which is below Division II national champ. I know a lot of you guys have asked me, questions about what he did after 100, and I just came out and spoke about it because, I had people in the area that had, kind of watched the UFC for the first time and were kind of appalled by what he had done. Especially getting in the face of Frank Mir, I think was the most disrespectful thing. Anytime that you fight somebody and you're in the octagon with them, and after that fight, you have the utmost respect for anybody to go in there and to be able to compete against you. And that's what our sport is based on, is discipline and respect, I believe. It's the first thing, the signs that you see when you walk into any dojo. And so, I came out and I said those comments and left it at that, and that's that. I don't sit there and dwell on any of that. I don't think about his comments about Division I being better than Division II, and at this point, who really cares about that shit? But, you got GSP out there who never wrestled at all. You got Nate Marquardt out there who never wrestled at all. He goes into the college wrestling room and he does great against these college wrestlers. MMA wrestling is a lot different than
Does it personalize the opponent though more maybe than in the past in other bouts where you just look at another guy?
I don't personalize this. It's not the type of fighter I am. I go out there to challenge myself. This is a challenge for me to be able to go in there and fight for this championship, and it's something that it excites me and something I'm passionate about, and I love this sport, and that's why I do it. And if I ever lose that love for this sport, I'll quit. I'll be done.
Since now that you're competing for the world title and everything, since the Gonzaga fight, has your life back at home changed at all, publicly? Do people come up to you or recognize you a lot more than they did before?
Yeah, people recognize me. I don't think it's too out of control. I enjoy fans, and I enjoy people that generally just want to come up and be able to say hi to you. To me, it's I still don't understand it, to me I'm not that big a deal. I'm a normal, everyday type of guy, and I just happen to be, great at fighting, and it's something that I love to do, and I don't really look at anything beyond that. But I'm always appreciative of all those, the fans, and I always will be, and I guarantee, just because through my mom and my wife, that I'll always be grounded and down to earth, and maybe that's why I keep my job as well.
What stage of your camp are you at now, officially?
Well, we're 4 weeks out, so the weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5 are usually your hardest weeks.
And have you taken a leave from your job? How are you managing to juggle?
My job is, I'll tell you what, I work for a great company. They're very respectful in the things that I request from them. I get to train with the pros on all pro practices. I get all my one-on-one practices. Essentially, I think I probably train more than most people train, and work has been very helpful in that aspect for me.
So, as you get closer, will you stop work at some point? I would imagine. Or?
No. I enjoy going in there and seeing the people that I work with every day, and being able to sit down and talk to my boss about what's going on, and like I said, it's just everyday talking, and that's probably, I think to the earlier question, am I able to get that out of my mind? Yes, I'm able to get that out of my mind, because I'm able to go to work and work with these people, that were out in the country, and country folk, and you know, and we give each other hard times, and it's a fun place to be, and it's real down to earth.
What do your coworkers think of your side job?
What do they think? They all, you know, that they probably, and they get embarrassed sometimes. They're like, "Hey, man, I got some friends that want some autographs." And so I have a stack of pictures, you know, from the UFC that I have there that I sign for them all the time. And you know, usually we don't talk about it a lot. Usually we're just in there laughing and joking like the other guys. I think Randy's probably 55, 56, and he just grew up with a tough life. And he gives me the hardest time all the time. I'll be walking by him, he'll elbow me, start shoving me, so then we get into a little exchange. And his wife came in one day finally and told me to leave him alone. So it was quite the joke around the office there for a while. So we play around with it and have fun with it, and you know, I really appreciate all those guys.
You work in a cubicle or in an office?
Yeah, it's an office, and it's an office that I share with my boss. It's a pretty big office. It's not a cubicle, but close to it, maybe.
Yeah.
What was your mindset when you were supposed to fight Velasquez, and then they came to you and said, "We want you to fight for the title," which obviously is a big change. For that, from fighting to decide who was going to go for the title, to go for the title, did you just say, "Great, I missed a step," or I can do this one step closer"? Or what did you think about that?
Well, how it all transpired is I came out of training late one night. It was probably around 9:30 or so, and I got a text from Joe Silva. He said that he had a great opportunity for me, and I texted him back and I said I like great opportunities. And he texted me back and told me to have my manager Jason Janae get a hold of him. So I was frantically trying to get a hold of Jason.